the definition of queue and the types of queue. There are four different types of queues are there. Those are simple queue, circular queue, priority queue and double-headed queue. These are the four different varieties of queue we discussed in previous video lecture. In this class, now we are going to be discussing operation performed on queue data structure. In the same way, while we discussing an stack data structure, we also see an operation performed on stack data structure. In the same way, we are also performing certain operations on queue data structure. What are those? We will discuss one by one. These are the 5 different operations which are performed on queue data structure. Those are queue, enqueue, dequeue, isempty, size. These are the 5 different operations which are performed on queue data structure. The first one is queue. Queue is an operation which is going to create a new empty queue data structure. We need to have an idea between queue with parentheses and queue without parentheses. There is a difference between these two different terminologies. Queue while we discussing in operations on stack data structure, we also discuss the same concept on stack data structure, that is operation of stack and simple stack. Stack is a data structure, stack with parenthesis is an operation. In the same way, queue is a definition of queue data structure. Queue is a definition of queue data structure. Queue with the parenthesis is the operation performed on queue data structure. You need to be remember the difference between these two different terms. It might be asked for 1 mark question. Define queue or define queue with the parenthesis. You have to identify which is the definition and which is the operation performed on queue data structure. Queue with the parenthesis means it is an operation. If they ask simply queue, it is the definition of queue data structure. It is the definition of queue data structure. Once again, queue is an operation which is going to create new empty queue data structure. Which is going to create new empty queue data structure. The second one is enqueue. Enqueue is an operation which is going to be insert an item or a data item to the rear end of the queue. Because while we discussing in that data structure, we are having only one end. From that end only we are inserting and we are deleting. But for a queue data structure, we are having two different ends. Those are enqueue and dequeue. These are those are rear end and front end. Those are rear and front end. These are specially meant for insertion and deletion. Enqueue is an operation which is going to be insert and a data item to the rear end of the queue. Rear end of the queue means if you want to insert a data item to the queue data structure, that must be inserted to the rear end of the queue. That is called as an enqueue operation. It is a simple insertion operation which is going to be inserted data item to the queue data structure from the rear end. Next one is dequeue. Dequeue is an operation which is going to be delete an existing data item or existing item from the queue data structure from front end. Because from the front end only we are allowed to delete an data item from the queue data structure. Is a deletion end. Dequeue is an operation which is going to be delete an existing data item from front end of the queue. Next one is isempty. Same isempty operation which is we also performed on stack data structure. In this also it is performing the same operation. Isempty is the operation is a test to see whether given queue is empty or not. If you want to perform enqueue operation or dequeue operation before going to be performing this operation, sometimes we are going to check is empty. If you want to perform a dequeue operation on a queue data structure, before deleting we need to be check whether is there any data items existing in a queue data structure, then only it is possible to delete any data item from the queue data structure. If the queue does not contain any data item, then it is not possible to delete any data item. So before going to perform a deletion operation, we need to check whether given queue is empty or not. If given queue is empty, then it is not possible to perform a dequeue operation. If queue contains certain elements, then only it is performed to dequeue operations. So isEmpty is the operation which tests whether given queue is empty or not. Before going to performing certain operation, we need to check whether queue is empty or not. If queue is empty, it is not possible to delete. So before going to performing that, we are checking and queue whether that queue is empty or not. For that, we require an isEmpty operation. isEmpty. The last one is size operation. Size is an operation which returns the total number of items in a given queue. The same operation we also discussed for a stacked data structure also. Size is an operation which returns the total number of items from the given stacked data structure while we discussing stacked data structure. In the same way, in size operations on queue data structure also perform the same thing, which returns the total number of items or data items from the queue data structure. Queue data structure is called as a size, which is going to return only 3 because this queue data structure contains only 3 data items. If I am going to perform the size operations on this queue data structure, which returns a 3 because this queue data structure contains only 3 data items.